If this is a function, let's talk about how to find my mins and maxes from a function. If this is just f, do you agree I got a min right here? Yeah. If this is f, I got a min right here, and I got a max right here. Oh, reviewing this. Okay, if this is an f prime graph, well, let's just go back to an f graph. What made me have a min here on an f graph in calculus terms? Perfect. F prime went from negative to positive. So on this f prime graph, what's happening here? A min. This is where my function right here would have a min because my f prime went from negative to positive. That's so good, Livy Lou. What about a b? We'd have a max because f prime went from positive to negative. So I'm just saying, on a function, you can see the mins and maxes on the actual function. On an f prime graph, we're looking at their zeros. Ooh, this is an f double prime graph. What is my function looking like here when my f double prime values are positive? It's concave up. What's happening when my, so we're saying it's concave up here, and then what's happening here? Well said. Then it's concave down, so my graph could look a little, why am I drawing such terrible stuff? So you're saying right here is where I'd have a point of inflection because my f double prime changes signs. Very good. Okay. So I just wanted to put these in words one more time. If my function is increasing, it could look like this, it could look like this, it could look like that. What do I know my f primes are? My f primes are positive. If my function is decreasing, my function could be like that, it could be like that, it could be like that. It could be linear, it could be concave up, it could be concave down, but my function's decreasing. What do I know about my f primes? They're negative. To have my function to have a max, for my function to have a max, what do I know about my f primes? F prime goes from, yeah, and I'm just writing these because this is exactly what you'd write like on a free response. These words are perfect. If we've got a minimum in terms of f prime, what happens? F prime goes from negative to positive. Lastly, if my function is concave up, we know this. If my function is concave up, what are my f primes actually doing? My f primes are, say that again, increasing. I love that. F prime is increasing. Or my f double prime is what? If it's concave up, f double prime is always so good. Concave down. If my function's concave down, what are my f primes doing? They are decreasing. F double prime? Yeah, very good. And then lastly, if my function has a point of inflection, yeah, how could I get that from an f prime graph? True, okay, but from an f prime graph. Or min, right? On this one, I agree. So you're right. Because so to your point, that's where f double prime changes signs. You're exactly right, Livy Lou. Like if we're talking f double prime. And for my f double prime to change signs, that would actually be when my f prime has a max or a min. So me personally, I typically use this right-hand column stuff to answer things. But AP would take this middle column down here if that makes more sense for your brain. All right, let's boot, scoot, and boogie and see how we apply these. I love that. Let's check this, y'all. If this is f prime, this is a graph of f prime, and I know that didn't show up very well. Thomas is going to give me a hard time for that. Do you see the prime, Thomas? Where is f increasing? This is an f prime graph. F is increasing when f prime is positive. Thank you. And then, sorry, you gave me an answer, Riker. What'd you say? negative 3 to 2, and? Amazing. Negative 3 to 2, and 5 to infinity. Gorgeous. I should have said give a reason, because this would be the only reason you need to say. F prime is positive. This would be get you 100% on an AP test. Boom, boom. We got this. Again, an F prime graph is shown. Where do we have a point of inflection? Let's say that it said give a reason. What makes a point of inflection? F double prime changes signs. Good job, birthday girl. So at 1 and at 3, because you had just said, Danny Main, it's the maxes and mins of an F prime graph, isn't it? So we're going to say at x's 1 and 3. All right, you guys. This is, I don't know what year. This is definitely from an AP test, though. I can't remember the year. Hey, this is kind of funky. They just gave us F, like we're in Algebra 1. And they want to know which graph could be F prime. This goes back to that matching graph that we did yesterday. Guys, how we can do this? I like that. Danny's like, well, my slopes start negative, and then my slopes go to 0, and then they go positive. They start as negative. I agree with that. What can we knock off the list? A definitely starts as has positive values, right? F primes, these are positive. What else can we knock off? B starts as positive. How do we get to knock off E? I love that. We got negative slopes, then positive slopes. We don't have negative again at the end. I agree. C and D. You are right. D for Danny Main. How'd you know that, Danny?
Because the slope is close to 0.
Dude, that's perfect. Because honestly, most people choose C for this one. Because like you said, like, oh, it's got a negative slope. But right at the beginning, isn't that slope almost 0 at the beginning? So because that slope is so just a little negative, that's why these Y values had to start just a little negative. Then they went more negative, and then these are all positive slopes. Do you agree that these slope values, these Y values approach 0, and this slope is approaching 0, right? It's getting pretty leveled. D for Danny. Good job, D. Concave down. Okay. Graph of F prime. Now that word absolute's coming back to us. Where is my absolute min happening? If I'm looking at a graph of F prime, let's think about when a min happens. A min happens when F prime goes from negative to positive, or it could happen at endpoints. My absolutes could happen at endpoints as well. Where is this F prime graph going from negative to positive? Yeah, Iono, what'd you say? It's like, boom, right there. Now, the reason why this could say absolute, are we positive that like crossed over there? Or could that just be like the tick mark for that's 2? And it's just saying, yeah, even if it didn't cross right there, my Y values, these F prime values are negative, and they approach 0. So this is going to be the bottom part of my graph. Well done, Iono. Okay, you guys. Ooh. You guys, I think you'll like this one. Where is this cute little graph continuous but not differentiable? A has a cusp or a corner. Why is it not B? There's a point of discontinuity. This is not continuous. C, do you agree C is continuous and differentiable? The slope would be 0. D, what kind of discontinuity is that? Jump. And then E, we cannot have a slope at an endpoint. Can't have a slope at an endpoint. The graph of F. Again, they gave us an F graph. Which could be the graph of F prime? You guys, you know what? Actually, I'm going to give you 90 seconds. I want you to try 11 and 23 on your own. Let's talk about why it's B. You guys got that quickly. What's F prime here? Positive. So the graph of F prime has to be above the x-axis. So good. Do you agree A, B, C all start above the x-axis? And then my F primes are negative all the way from a negative x value to a positive x value. So my f prime graph has to be beneath the x-axis from a negative x value to a positive x value. That's how we got to get rid of A. A is just not in the right spot. We have negative f prime values in the second quadrant, and they don't. We got to have them over here. So this one's going to be B. And then this last one, what am I? Oh, we're going backwards? The graph of f is shown, which would be the, oh, no. Okay, there's f again. What's my f prime starting at? Ish. 0, then like a little positive, right? Starting a little positive. Which one are we digging? Positive, okay, these y values are positive when my slope is positive. Then my slope turns negative. And are these y values negative? Yeah, good job, you guys. Here we go, we got this. What makes something concave down when f double prime is less than 0? You're looking at an f double prime graph, y'all. -2 to -1, 1 to 2. So good. Where is f prime increasing? Interesting. This is a graph of f. Where are my f primes increasing?
2 to 3.
Yeah, because f prime increases when it's concave up.
Correct, when my function is concave up. And they gave us, oh, graph of my function. You're right. So from what point?
2 to 3.
2 to infinity. Yep, because it's got that arrow. So we say 2 to infinity. You guys, couple different ways people said. Some people said, hey, my graph is concave up. You know what AP wouldn't take? They would not take you saying the graph is concave up. They need you to say f double prime is positive. Would anyone say, I guess I would have said f prime is increasing. That's funny. No, I think this is a good logic when my second derivative is positive. Or I thought of it, though. My slopes here were positive, and then they approached 0. So they were decreasing there. And then they were 0, and then they went positive. So they were increasing there. Good.